All right, so this should be working now. Kind of working on an extra big painting though. It's 60 by 90, so yeah, it's a little bit big. Gotta put drills away from my other painting though. I was working on my cake again. So, all right, put the cake away. And, okay, I got the drills next to me. All right. So, let's try to adjust the camera for you. There we go. That looks decent, except for I need to pull the canvas over so it's all on the drill field. Oh, turn it on. Lock. Okay. So I guess we're working on black first. Makes sense. There's a bunch of black in the corner. Is this working? Let's see. And yeah, okay, it says it's working. And yeah, okay, it says it's working. Doesn't look like the greatest video quality. Doesn't look like the greatest video. Doesn't look like the greatest video. I'm sorry. Does not look like the greatest video quality. I have to figure that out at some point. All right. Also, I haven't actually even unbagged my drills. So, yes, you can lay down. Have fun. Good girl. All right. So we're just starting up here on these fours. I have nothing ready, apparently. Where is my release papers? I don't know what I did with anything. Well, I'm just going to use these two that are like the ones I made for Mommy. And I'm going to move my pens to the arm so I can see what I'm working with. All right. I made Mom some, you can call them release papers, right? They're not quite what you would normally see as release papers, but I made these for Mom. And then these ones just didn't turn out as I wanted them to, so I kept these ones. Oh, sorry. Light pad. I got my bigger light pad out again. Sorry about all the crinkling. I actually should cut the cover sheet in this case. Of course, I just think about that. And of course, the washer decides to shake the house. Let's go. Okay. So, I'm going to put another one of these here. That. This is why I say I should cut the release paper to here, but actually, if you give me a minute, I will go grab. No, I'll just cut it. Screw it. I'll just cut it. Just easier to cut it right now. Let's just cut it. Good enough. All right. So, yeah, for October, I'm doing Nightmare Fuel again. I liked my Nightmare Fuel. I have so many. I want to do more. So let's do more Nightmare Fuel. I still have to figure out how to do the stream quality because it says my bitrate is too low. I just haven't even looked into it still. Go figure, right? I will look into it at some point. But again, now is not that point. All right, so I'm going to start recording. And hello, everybody. Working on a painting for Nightmare Fuel for October. And I'm going to turn flash on for a second. I made this painting. You guys have probably seen something like it on Temu. Well, I decided to put the females and the males together, and also it's a 60 by 90 because I thought a 30 by 40 was way too small, and 60 by 90 fit the image. So this is what I'm working on. All right. Like I said, I haven't even unbagged it. I am working on doing that now. Although I'm just going, oh wow. I got a big old black bag. Look at that. Oh, weird. There's a smaller bag inside the bigger bag. You see that? Oh, 310 is probably number 4. Yep. Okay. Working on it. I don't care. I'm working on it. So this light pad, again, I think it's called a B4 instead of the A4, or it's a B3 instead of an A3. It's a little bit bigger than that. It fits a 40 by 50 painting on it nicely. Or is it that it fits a full 30 by 40 painting? I don't remember. Don't mind me, I don't know what I'm talking about. Why I decided to go live today? Who knows? Maybe just because I haven't got the video done yet for you guys, and I'm like, well, then I'm just going to do this and get a video started for you guys. So I guess that's the reason. It's because I haven't put a video up yet. I got to go through your guys' finishes for last month. I don't know if my video has went up yet. I started uploading a video for 2 of our finishes. Mom and I finished our ones we got from Coup Deals. So I have that either uploaded or scheduled to be uploaded. I don't know which. Mom is still in the hospital. She had her surgeries. So hopefully she'll feel better soon and be able to come home soon. But it might still be about a week before she can come home. So that's fun, right? But I think she will feel better after the surgeries. I hope she'll feel better now. So that's what we have to do. Starting with my 10 placer. That's what I like to do. And yes, I know I probably move slower because after I place them, I start correcting them. I'd probably be faster just placing them with a single placer. But that's not me, right? So, Nightmare Fuel. We've done Nightmare Fuel once before, last October. It is anything people are afraid of. And again, if you don't like scary things, that's okay. You can literally do a cutesy little kid clown. Mom has one of those. You could do a dog because people are afraid of dogs. Like anything people are afraid of. Heights. Mom has a picture. She's like, I should have made this one because it sets off her fear of heights even just looking at the diamond painting. She's like, I should have got this one for it. So again, it doesn't have to be a scary painting or anything like that. It could be a cutesy version of something people find scary. Doesn't have to be something you find scary. Also, any Halloween paintings will work. We are in October. So anything that would work for Halloween is good with me too. You can have a cutesy little ghost. I'm sure some people are afraid of ghosts, so it still counts even in that case. But I like Halloween. I like the spooky, scary, dark, and eerie stuff. I always have, as you guys will hear in an upcoming video. Mom and I were talking about it, like, how is it that I like scary stuff? It's like, gee, Mom, I wonder, how is it I like scary stuff? I was the one that always watched the scary movies with her. I mean, I honestly can't tell you how old I was when I watched my first scary movie. I really can't tell you how old I was. I was definitely in my lower teens, if not before that. So, sadly, actually, most scary movies to me aren't very scary. I wish most movies were a little more scary. Like, you got jump scares, which will startle you, but they don't always seem to work on me either, and they're not that scary. They just like startle you. They're not scary. Like, actually, if you watch any video gamers that talk about how too many jump scares actually kind of ruin it because then you're just expecting it, and it's not scary. It just startles you. But if you're getting used to getting startled because you're expecting it to startle you, then it definitely doesn't do any good. I don't know. Scary movies, for the most part, just don't tend to be scary in my mind. I've had a few that I would consider definitely kind of creepy, but they're weird scenes or something from horror movies instead of actually being like, ooh, this is a scary horror movie or something like that. Um, do you guys even want to hear one of the scenes? I think I'll spare you the details because I know a lot of people aren't into horror. So that one I will spare you the details. Another one was with kids, and I guess they basically were killing their parents or something like that, and there was something like a videotape to it or something like that. That one was kind of a little creepy. I don't know why. It just was. But stuff like The Grudge, I really didn't find creepy. Um, The Ring, didn't really find that creepy. VHS, I believe, is another horror one I've watched. I've watched all the Texas Chainsaw Massacres, all the Nightmare on Elm Streets, Jason. Yeah. Chucky. I've watched all the Chuckies, I believe, as well. And I've watched the other ones like the ABCs or Imaginary Friend. There's so many of them. Yep, I would say I like horror movies. I used to be into gory movies, but eh. Oh, I've watched pretty much all the Saws. Not the newer Saw or two. Like, I think there's like two or three that I've missed, I'm guessing. Um, After they started being unfair, I stopped watching them. So, like, I think the last one I watched was with the group where everybody could have teamed up in a way and didn't. Like, the first scene where you have to hide in a tube. Obviously, those tubes were big enough to fit a few people, but no. And again, I don't think really many of you are into horror movies, but if you are and you haven't seen it, I'm not going to really ruin any other scenarios. But yeah, the basis of the movie was a group of people that should have worked together. So they didn't. Surprise, surprise. It's funny how long it took for them to realize what they should have realized sooner. But isn't that always the case? Then I did that questionnaire, so if anybody watched that, they know I also like a lot of action type stuff, medical type stuff. True crime was something I wasn't into, I was into, wasn't. Yeah, it just like comes and goes on if I like it or not. The last thing I got hooked on for some reason, I watched pretty much every one I could find, was kind of true crime ish. They were abduction stories, but they were movies based off of true stories, not actually the cases. However, some of them I had actually watched, like the true crime cases on. Not that it was from the channel or the series True Crime, just like a documentary type thing from a channel on YouTube, actually, or maybe a TV one. There is a lot of black in this painting, as you guys can tell. I was very tempted to work on a different canvas. This canvas, I have another canvas sitting next to me to work on. I was not sure where I wanted to go, but I had this one made a while ago. Actually, this was the first canvas I was able to have them make right before they stopped doing the shipping because of the tariffs and stuff like that. I ordered this custom canvas. It was like the last thing I ordered before that was in place. And obviously now that's kind of reverted, and now you can order from them again, which is nice. But this was one of the last things I ordered before that happened. I actually had ordered 2 other customs from a different company, and they canceled my order. This one, luckily for me, went ahead and fulfilled my order. I had another painting I wanted to order that I didn't get, and now if I were to order it again, the price is definitely going to go up on it because the prices are higher. Unless I wait and maybe there'll be a deal and I can order it, but it's another big canvas that I want. Yes, I like my big canvases. What can I say? I like big canvases. And recently I have found out if I want to, because this desk is a smaller desk, but I like working here because I can see my computer screen right in front of me. Like literally my video is able to be played right in front of me. You guys in chat are right there in my face, So I like having this small desk with my computer set up at it, and it also looks at the TV and room for the dogs to lay on the couch next to me and stuff. So it's kind of like what 2 end tables maybe sat where they're next to each other widthwise. So it's more square, not lengthwise, where it would be longer. But I like it. But I recently found out that my computer desk that I use to unbox paintings, while it goes down to a smaller size that's only like 40, it's a corner desk. The front of the desk can actually fit a painting that's like 100 centimeters. And I figured that out because I have a painting now that is 100 centimeters. And I was thinking about working on it, but I can't work on it here. It's just too big. But apparently I can work on it on that desk. If we wanted me to work on that one on that desk, I could do that while I'm recording or streaming or something like that. But otherwise, I like working on my paintings where I'm still in the middle of everything. Like, I know some people sit at their dining room tables and they maybe have family and stuff in there. They maybe can watch TV. I know some other people do sit on like a couch or a recliner or something like that and have like a end table or painting easel type table, laptop table sitting in front of them so they can work on their painting while they're still sitting in the living room with family and watching TV and stuff like that. So, I'm not the only one. I'm just probably one of the few that prefer a computer over a laptop, so I actually have a computer desk for use of a computer with a keyboard and everything else. And I think I am one of the few that has so many pens and everything sitting aside that I use for working on my paintings. I have this sitting over there for working on my paintings. I don't know of many people that like to go through all head sizes like I do. I literally have a pen set up with every head size. I used to have them in a weird random order, and now I have switched them into an order that makes sense. I used to have like my 3 and my 6 together or something like that. But now I actually have it where the 10 is by itself, and then the 9 and 8 is together, the 7 and 6 is together, 5 and 4 is together, 3 and 2 is together, and then my 1 is by itself. I also have a 1 on my 10 placer though, and I have a straightener that I think has a 1 on the end of that. So I have more pens than I need, and as for ones, my 1, I tend to like using the one I made, which is the flower top, but I also have a curved one and one of these metal ones like this on a pen as well. So I don't know if any of you guys want to work on Nightmare Fuel with me. I know I am late to start it. Like I said, mom had surgery, as you guys know, with the health things that my boyfriend's been going through as well, and the doctors. We've been at the hospital visiting mom and at the doctors, and I've been taking care of her animals, and so stuff has kind of just been going around, happening, however I should word what I'm trying to say, right? So, but I'm gonna get as much of this area done as I can. I'm hoping because it is a larger canvas, there's color blocking of areas. Like you can still see there's small confetti areas too, but I'm hoping because I made it so big, there's color blocking of areas and it will go by quick enough that I can get it done this month, even with everything going on, because I'm not so sure I really should have started a 60 by 90. Then again, it is technically two paintings in a 60 by 90. I could cut them apart or I could leave them together. I did actually edit the images so that they do work, leaving it as one whole image. The borders in between them, uh, in between each image. So each face has like this diagonal border in between it. And on the females, it was a different color than it was on the males. And originally, the angles of the two paintings didn't meet when I put them together side by side. So I kind of moved stuff around, cropped pieces, and copied the line over from one side to the other side so that it does look like one full cohesive image, not two images just sat next to each other. I also put them together looking at each other and then facing away from each other and trying to figure out which way looked the most appealing to me. So I did make the image where it is one image, but I definitely could cut it into the female's image and the male's image and have two paintings that are 60 by 45. That could be done too. So right now I'm just going to work on it as one image, but if I only get the females done, because apparently I'm working on the female side first, if I only get the females done, then I only get the females done. I was questioning if I should work on the female side first or the male side first, but this is technically the top of it, and yes, the canvas is going sideways. Or no, it's not. It's going straight. I thought it was going, well, the picture's sideways, but the letters are going straight. So, yeah. If I were to start on the actual top of the picture, it would be this other corner over here. Would be the top. So I'd still be starting on the females. Oh, also, that's probably why I should have did it started doing this video. If you guys saw, I don't know if all of you guys watch it or not, but if you don't, you should check it out. I had to. I just like I couldn't help it. My brain said I had to. I fixed up a painting that Kim ordered and sent that to her. Instead of just getting her the photo not stretched, though, I decided that I had to fix it up. I had to add Toto, which I actually found out is Toto. I always say Toto. I don't know why, but I found out it's Toto, and I've always been wrong. But I had to fix that up, so I gifted that to her. And apparently, because I gifted that to her, she decided to be sweet and gift me something as well. I have not unboxed them yet. They are sitting over there for me to unbox. But with everything going on, I haven't really had the time that I wanted to actually sit there and open a gift. And if you notice, I'm kind of scatterbrained, so I am working on a painting that I had custom made out of two paintings that I've found in 30 by 40s online. It is for Nightmare Fuel, which I'm doing for October again, like I did last year. Which I can't believe it's already been a year since we did this last year for October. I will show you the picture because the company I ordered it from did, in fact, send a key with it. And again, for those of you that see this as a recording, because I am recording this to put up, I am doing this as a live stream. So it's these guys. So you've probably seen these in 30 by 40s. There was no way I wanted to do it in 30 by 40, so I got it in 60 by 90. So what I'm saying is I could cut it right here down the middle to make it a 60 by 45 if I wanted to, but I did purposely put them together where they would match. Like, I made sure these blood stains, and I'm like, do these blood stains look good when they're next to each other, or would it be better with these claw marks next to each other and stuff like that? So I did purposely make sure that that was right. And then the females, I think, had just like a black line or a brown line, so I copied the kind of blood that was on the male version's line. Some of these faces, I actually had to crop the triangle a little bit because the triangle was bigger on female or male sides. So I had to crop it to make them fit. But yeah, it's like your Jasons, your Freddys, your It's, and your Michaels. Michael, Freddie, Jason, It, but in a male and female version. So I thought that was really cool when I saw those, but there was no way I was going to do those in a 30 by 40. No way. So yeah, the painting has a lot of black. They apparently decided that they were going to give me this bag of black, and they're like, yeah, no, you need more black than that. So I got a nice bag of black. Oh. Oh, actually, with the light on, you can kind of see the cards. Those are what I made as release papers for Mom, but these two kind of got messed up, so I just decided to keep those two. I need to make myself some. We have ordered some stuff for me to make those. So I have now made my own release papers, and they're made out of cardstock, so they do not bend, which in some cases isn't a good thing. In other cases, it's actually very nice that it helps to keep the painting steady like that. So I'm happy with it. But I am hoping I can get this done even though everything is going on right now. Like, we have so much going on right now with Mom having her surgery and doctor's appointments and stuff like that. I mean, stuff has calmed down in some ways and more crazy in other ways, you know? It's just how it goes. So I am hoping I can get this done, but 60 by 90 might be a bit much to bite off. I was tempted to bite off 100 by 100 though. That wouldn't have worked. I do not think I would have been able to get that done, but I ordered 100 by 100. I was crazy. You guys will see a video of that coming up soon. I was going to not even show you guys them because of how big they were and like trying to fit them on my desk, and then I ended up showing them to you anyway when I said I wasn't going to. So I have that video. I think I have to edit that video, but it was one of the last videos Mom and I recorded before she went to the hospital for her surgeries. And now she'll be in the hospital for about a week, it sounds like. Originally, we thought it would be a few days, and now it sounds like it's going to be more like a week or something like that. Yeah. Oh, so anybody else that's interested in shows that aren't horror, I watched the new Quantum Leap series. Not bad. I like how it is a sequel to Quantum Leap. Not with the same characters or anything like that, but they knew the past characters in a way. And it's kind of a continuation. It's not really a spinoff. It's not an actual continuation, but it is kind of like a sequel to it, which is nice. I like that they went that route with it. I personally think that I liked the ending better if it was an ending in one of the episodes before the actual ending episode. I think the actual final episode kind of is like, okay, well, you could take it that way or you could take it that way. And it would be interesting to continue from there if they had a third season. It would be interesting, but as a just final, I'm not so sure I care for it as a final. And that was the washer, which means I got to go turn it back on. I had a bottle of, is it Lysol that you use on the floor? It's floor cleaner, orange floor cleaner. I think it's Lysol. I had a bottle of that, and the whole bottle knocked over in such a way that the cat twisted it, and it spilled all over some of my blankets. So they are soaked in it. So I just did a wash with no soap or anything, just try to wash all of that out of them. And then I'm like, do I need to do a second wash like that before I even put soap in there to wash them? Or, because, yeah, a whole bottle of it, and it's the concentrated stuff. It's the stuff that you're supposed to mix with water before you use it on your floors. So, whole entire bottle of concentrated floor cleaner spilled on my blankets. Oh, that was fun. But I didn't want to mix chemicals, so I just did a regular wash, and I'm not sure if I should do a second regular wash or now go ahead and put something in them. All right, I have to go and switch dogs for a second, and then I gotta put more drills on my boat. So I will be right back. You guys might be able to hear me because the mic is one of those little lava mics. It's attached. It's going with me. But I will be away from the painting for a minute. Come on, baby. You gotta wake up. Let's go. Come on. It's your sister's turn. Go. Let's go. Come on. Come on, let's go. Good girl. Come on. Everybody might be loud. Come on. Hop up. Good girl. Very good. All right, your turn. Yeah. Go on. Shh. Quiet. Thank you. Oh, it's a good stretch. Aren't you sweet? Okay. What you doing? Alrighty. I am back. Let's continue on with this. Yes, they don't all get along. Would like if they get along, but they don't all get along. Even before those two decided they weren't huge fans of each other, though, I still like to have them out separately sometimes to just let one hang out with me without the other one. So, it's funny. Their biggest issue why those two don't get along is food. The one is very food aggressive. That's their biggest issue. So actually, they kind of can get along. I can take them for a walk together. I can play fetch with them both at the same time. I can cuddle with them both on the couch at the same time. I just have to make sure there is not one drop of food around. Because if I do, then it turns into trouble. So normally when I have them out together, they are muzzle trained. Again, I think every dog should be muzzle trained. So when they're out together and I'm not like out playing fetch with them and they're in the house, I do like to have their muzzles on them. Again, the one girl is kind of like a little, is it pica? Or am I saying that wrong? Where she eats everything. So I have to watch her or have a muzzle on her anyway. But yeah, I've tried to train them where putting a muzzle on and having a muzzle on is just another trick to do. Just like sitting or shaking or spinning, standing up, begging, whatever you want to call them. Like, it's just another one of their tricks. It's like, all right, muzzle, good girl, you know? So sometimes they'll actually run over and shove their face in the muzzle before I can even do anything because they're like, ooh, treat, please. I've had enough times where I've had or heard of dogs that were nice and then like something changed. Dog got attacked and after that it never trusted anybody else, or like I've heard stories like that. And I've had my own experiences with one of my dogs where just like as she aged, she got more aggressive. Like, why? I don't know. My sister has a dog that has some aggression issues too. So I've learned that if you can teach your dog to be happy wearing a muzzle, doesn't mean you have to have them wear it. but it is nice to have the ability to put a muzzle on them and have them be like, okay, so it's just like putting my collar on, my harness, my leash, or if you can get your dog to wear boots so you can walk them in the warmth, or, oh, you're sneezing. If you can get them to wear boots so they can walk in the sun and not burn their feet on the ground. Like, it's great if you could teach them to wear some of those accessories for a purpose. Like, I'm not saying, ooh, let's dress the dog up because it looks cute. I am more of a, I put a shirt on this dog because obviously this dog does not like to be in the cold without a shirt. If I don't put a shirt on this dog, the second it goes outside, it wants to come back in. Whereas if I put a shirt on this dog or not, it doesn't care because it has long fur. So I'm very much like, yeah, let's put cute apparel on my animals when it makes sense for helping them out with weather conditions. So shoes is another thing, though, that if you can train your dog to like shoes, very nice, because too many people walk their dog on cement, and that cement is too hot for you to step on. It's too dog for your poor dog feet to step on. I know I said that out of order, but if you're not going to step on it barefoot and walk on it barefoot, do not have your dogs walk on it barefoot. You can burn their paws too. So in that case, wearing a type of boot or something like that, just like you're wearing a shoe to keep it from burning their feet, is nice. In the cold, it's also nice. I sadly didn't train all my dogs to wear shoes. I have two of them that are okay with wearing shoes, and the others I've really not tried it. But if you can do so, it is something very valuable to at least do, even if you just do it now and then to keep them used to it. Because if you don't keep them used to it, then they won't like it very much. Just like with a muzzle, like, you do have to do it semi regularly. Like, oh, hey, we're going to do a training session with wearing your muzzle, or put your muzzle on for this car ride. But hey, your muzzle being on means you get to go for a car ride. Like, you do have to keep it. You can't just say, oh, I taught it sit, but I never use the word sit again, and then, oh, does it sit? Like, that doesn't really work. So I do think if you can teach them to like all those accessories and know how to work with them, it will be beneficial. This girl had to start wearing shoes, though, because she cut her foot, and then she wasn't allowed to chew on her foot because she had stitches in it. So she had to wear a shoe for a while so that she couldn't get at her stitches. And so she didn't get it dirty when she went outside to go to the bathroom or anything like that. So she started wearing shoes for that reason. She's still not a huge fan of them, but she's okay with it. My other girl has now found out shoes means she can go for a walk, because I put her shoes on before we go for a walk, and she's like, ooh, I don't want to stand still for this, but yay. Let's see, how long have I been doing this? I probably should get some more food soon. We have been doing this for how long? I have no idea. It says somewhere. Yeah, that says 38 minutes. I don't know. Oh, here, yeah, 38 minutes. And I've been recording for 33 of them. All right. So, yeah. I just got to remember to go do laundry when I get done talking to you guys. I'm horrible about that. Like, anybody else here have that ADHD brain where you have to wash your laundry more than once, or move it from the dryer back to the washer because it didn't fully dry and you didn't check the dryer, or you left it in the washer for like 3-4 days, and then you're like, oh, right, I washed laundry, I should have moved that to the dryer, and I didn't. So you have to rewash what you already washed because you forgot of its existence. Yeah, that's me. That is me. I sadly have issues with that part. I will forget that I was doing laundry, and it will sit there for a while before it gets done. Again, that's me with everything, though. Decided you were hungry, put food in the microwave, and then didn't hear it beep and completely forgot you had food in the microwave and just never decided to make something else. Done that too. Or just recently, I turned on the tea kettle and I forgot that I had turned it on and waited for it to warm up, and then I'm like, oh, crap, I was supposed to grab that, and nope, I left it sitting there, and now it's not hot anymore. So I'd have to turn it back on, and it's just like, I'm not even risking turning it back on right now. I'll do it later. So fun when you forget what you're doing or why you're doing it, or that you're waiting for it. I was talking to my doctor about it too. I'm the same way with medicine. It sucks because, like, I have some medicine I have to take, but I forget to take my medicine too often. It's like, well, use an app to remind you. It's like, okay, that works for about a week, and then I get used to the alarm going off, and I just delay the alarm repeatedly, or mute it, or stop it, or whatever. It doesn't work anymore. And I've tried doing it. It's like, well, set the pills by the dog food because you feed your dogs every day. Make sure you take your pills when you feed your dogs. It's just like, after about a week or so, I get used to it. Okay, this is a no. Hang on. My air conditioner decided it thought that it should be turned on heat. I got a new air conditioning heater. It's one of those foreign ones. Not bad, but it just decided that it should be heating the room. It should not be heating the room. That's the only thing I dislike about it. I wish that it had a setting where I could say auto, but auto minus heat, or auto minus air condition, or so that it could use as a fan or an air conditioner or a dehumidifier, but not a heater or something like that. Because sometimes it's just like, okay, I cooled the room down to the right temperature, and now the outside temperature is this, and the room temperature is this. So, hey, we're going to turn the heater on. And it's just like, don't do that. But I like keeping it on auto versus having it on cool or something like that. So it sucks I can't be like, I want it on auto minus heat, or in the summer, auto minus air condition, right? Like, so that way if the room gets too hot from the oven, it doesn't try to cool it down with the air condition. It could, like, just switch the fan if it wanted to, but oh, I still haven't taken mine today, and I didn't take them yesterday. I thought about it like 4 times yesterday. It's like, I was supposed to take my meds before I ate that. Well, I'll just take them my next meal. I didn't take them again. And it's like, oh, now I'm laying in bed and I still didn't take them. Crap, I guess I'll just take them tomorrow at this point. And, well, here I am tomorrow. I remembered to talk about them, but yeah, I didn't remember I hadn't taken mine. The funny thing is, it seems easier to remember to remind others than to somehow remember yourself. And even when you remember yourself, you have to actually physically do so, which means grabbing your water, taking time to do that. It means I got to put this down in order to do that. And I'm talking to you guys, but then once I end the video, I'm going to forget about it, right? Hi. So, oh, gotta love my brain. It definitely is one of those. I have too many tabs open and I don't know where the music's coming from. Have you seen that sticker? Yeah. That's my brain. And that is actually my computer too. Um it's not unusual for my computer to be lagging like crazy because I have like 100 tabs open, and it's not just 100 tabs, but it's also like 20 windows open that has somewhere between 5 tabs and like 70 tabs per window, and that's only on one browser, and I have 4 browsers on my computer. Yeah, exactly. It's always like, oh, I should take my meds, and then it's like, oh, a dog needs to be let out. I let the dog out, and it's like, oh, well, I guess the meds were completely forgot about, because after I let the dog out, my brain completely forgot that's what I was going to do when I put the dog away. Like, that's always me. That is always me. Where it's like, I will take my meds after the food is done cooking when I remember them, because I need to eat something after I take them. Otherwise, it just feels like they're stuck in my throat. Like, I just. So I'd be like, okay, I'll make sure I take them after I'm done eating. I will eat, and then Nope, I didn't take them. I forgot to take them after I ate. So if I remember again, it's like, well, do I take it now or do I wait till the next meal? And depending on the time, and then it doesn't work out very well. Luckily for me, it's not medicine that's too horribly important to take on time. Like, would it be beneficial if I made sure to remember to take my meds? Yes. Am I going to have a health issue for not doing so? Not a major one. Like, my allergies will definitely act up and my breathing might act up, but overall, I'm going to be fine. Yeah, I'm guessing a lot of us that do diamond painting do have ADHD. Or, like me, you're autistic. There is overlaps between autism and ADHD. However, I do think I actually have both. I still have not done the testing because everybody else's medical stuff, and it's just like, well, it's not that important to know for a fact if I actually have both or not, but I'm pretty positive I have both. So, I'm guessing most of us that diamond paint have one or the other or both. Oh, 10 new diamond paintings. That's a decent little amount, isn't it? Not like Mom's last haul. Wait till you guys see how many I throw on the desk when I put that video up for you guys. Yeah, it's so weird. And if you watched my questionnaire video with the why does diamond painting work? Why is it? I don't know what it is about it. I've never been able to figure out what it is about it. But sewing, where you're watching the needle, you're trying to sew along a line, you're trying to make a shape or something like that, my brain still overthinks and it will not calm down. But diamond painting, something where it's just like stick this to this number repeatedly, for some reason calms my brain down. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. Why does it work that way? How does it work that way? But it calms my brain down doing this more than it does playing a video game or something where you would think you would have to focus on what you're doing more. My brain still can like have both trails open and be running down both of them at the same time. Whereas with this, I can actually focus on this for some reason. Go figure. I don't know why. I don't understand why. I'm not the best sewer. I was making masks during the whole pandemic thing, though, and I have sewn a few shirts or stuff like that. Sewed dog clothes and stuff like that. It's like I'm not great at it, but I'm not horrible at it. I've made curtains for the house. So I've done some little things. Yeah, you don't want to know how many canvases I have. I do not want to know how many canvases I have. I think I can easily say your 760 canvases is about what I have just in 30 by 40s, and I don't even collect a lot of 30 by 40s. I like the bigger sizes. Mom has even more 30 by 40s than me. By the way, I did get her to agree to do a stash video, so you guys will be seeing all of that, all of the paintings that she has as well as I have. For sewing, I actually was using a machine, not like the needle and thread by hand. I was using a sewing machine. I did order custom heads for the sewing machine and different thicknesses of needles so that I can work on a jean material and stuff like that. Yeah, Mom finds the black drills hard too. She says she can't tell when they're upside right or upside down. That's her issue. I've tried giving her like a yellow tray so they stood out more against the tray in hopes that something like that would work for her. I've told her to put um, a overhead light on to see inside the tray, and some of that she said has helped some, but yeah, mom does not like black drills. She finds them very hard to work with. I just got my two biggest paintings I've ever ordered. You guys will be seeing them in not too horribly long, hopefully. Um, One of them, which you would think was the biggest, is 100 by 100 centimeters. But that's not the biggest. The biggest one is a 70 by 146 centimeters. I do believe that was the size. Square area, it is actually bigger than the 100 by 100. Although the 100 by 100 being square is going to be so much harder to work on because it's so much wider. And you can't roll a painting up widthwise and lengthwise at the same time. So that one's going to be so much harder to work on. I think everybody should give a square a shot. I like being very slow with my squares. I like using tweezers to place them individually. Um, it's something nice to kind of have to just switch to work on every now and then in between another canvas or something. But I haven't finished one in quite a while. Yeah, a diamond painting to fit the walls. That's what I was saying about that 100 by 100 I ordered. It's like, yeah, that's about a wall size, ain't it? It's a gorgeous painting too. Well, gorgeous. It is it would work for Nightmare Fuel. It's a skeleton and a lady. You've probably seen a smaller version of it on Temu as well. But I've liked the image, but it's like it's no way going to work in a smaller size. So when I saw the 100 by 100, oh, and the shop that had the 100 by 100, for some reason had it on sale for $9. I got a 100 by 100 for $9. How could you not order it? Granted, if you don't have the room for it, if you're never going to work on it, then sure, spending $9 on it is worthless, right? But like, I had to get it. It went up to $22. I don't know why it was at $9, but it went up to $22 last I looked. Are you talking about fairies and butterflies for the content of the painting, or are you talking about like the fairy drills? I'm guessing you're talking about the content of the painting. I need to put new glue dots in my pens, apparently. That time again to put new glue dots in here. Yeah, one of the paintings I did that I would call a nightmare, partly because it was the first painting I worked on with this issue. It had D's, O's, and G's, and they were all in red, all very similar reds, and the lettering wasn't super clear, so that painting was so hard to read. I like the other letters were fine, but when I got to those three colors, it's like, well, which color should I put here? And I had to like strain to try to figure out, is this or is this? And I never was sure about it. Afterwards, I found out if I were to use an overhead light, that painting would have actually worked better with an overhead light than the light board. Something about the way the light board reflected through it made it harder to read those letters versus the overhead light, which actually made it a little bit easier to tell which one was which. Um, However, I lost the drills for that painting. I do still have it, and I have enough spare drills, I'm guessing, that I could go back to doing. And I might go back to doing it at some point because it's a gorgeous
Fire Dragon, and I did get a good chunk of it done before I decided to give up on it. However, I have ordered that Fire Dragon again since then, so I could just work on a new one. I don't have to go back to the old one, which was difficult to handle. But if anybody wants to join in on working on Nightmare Fuel paintings for this month, doesn't have to be scary, just something people find scary or anything Halloween. So again, people find dogs scary, you can do a cute little puppy. People find clowns scary, but you could do a cute little kid dressed up as a clown. All good with me. I have another one of those eye paintings that I finished for Nightmare Fuel last time, the pink one, because that one looked a little pixely. I have it in the same size but from a different company, so I was thinking about doing that one and seeing if it looked better, because I like comparing the same painting from different companies. I haven't done it as much as I used to. Hello. But I like comparing them, so I was thinking about doing that one. It was a 40 by 50, so I could have got it done, but like I said, I wanted to do this one. However, I'm not even sure I can get this one done this month, so I'm probably only going to be working on this one. Scream. And no, I'm not ordering you guys to scream. I'm just reading the chat on ordering a scream to painting. That will be interesting. Neon colors. I just had somebody show me a painting they're working on. I don't know if they showed it on their channel or not, so I don't really want to say anything if I'm not supposed to say anything, so I'm not going to say who. But they showed me a painting they're working on that has this nice neon green, and you could kind of call it a Halloween or horror type scene, but it has this really bright green on it. And I think, even though I'm not a fan of that color with the orange and the other colors of the painting, it looks gorgeous together. Like, that's when I'd say I don't like bright neon green, but I love that painting with those colors. You just reminded me. I have a new Alien movie I saw that I have to watch. I know that's not what you're trying to do, but I noticed there's another Alien movie I need to watch. You reminded me of that because Predator, Alien versus Predator, and my head just went to, oh, right, I saw a new Alien movie was out at some point that I haven't seen. I still have like my favorite colors, but honestly, I like when colors are used nicely with colors around them. That's what makes a good color to me. So I have tried to change some colors to a purple because purple is my favorite colors, and realized that it doesn't look as good in purple. It removes something from the painting. So the whole image, all the colors have to vibe together. If they don't get along, then it just doesn't work, even if it is your favorite color. Yeah, I've seen a few that have like cats and pumpkins in them. Um, I also recently saw one that had three cats standing next to each other, and they were all kind of like witches. See, I think green is one of my least favorite colors, but then saying that is very wrong because a lot of paintings need green, a lot of photos need green. But I'm not a fan of yellow or green, really. But again, when you use them correctly, they could be better than the purple that I like. It really, really does matter the colors that it's around for me. I like Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus is fun. I've seen a few Hocus Pocus paintings. None of them really got my attention, though. It's like, oh, I like that movie. I used to watch that movie every single year. But I don't know, something about the diamond paintings I've seen, none of them have got my attention and been like, I need that painting to work on. Well, I might say that it is nice talking to you guys, and because we're talking, I don't really want to end it, but I have been doing this for a little while, and I need to go get some food, maybe grab some tea. My throat's irritated with the talking, so it's been a while. So, if you guys want to join us working on Nightmare Fuels, I have my Discord where you guys can post them. You can email me photos too. I am going to try to do an update on time, but I've been really bad about doing an update on time lately. But I will try to do an update on time. Nightmare Before Christmas. I really like that, yes. If you guys have a YouTube channel, you can share your paintings and tag me if you want. Aw, thank you. Okay. Yeah, there's quite a few diamond painting channels now. Like I remember there was nowhere near as much. Now there is so many of them. There's no way you can watch everybody's anymore. Just like absolutely no way. But there's a lot of nice people that do diamond paintings. And yes, every time I say, okay, I should quit it, there's like another comment, and it's like, I am going to reply to that comment and keep it going. And now I just got a text that I need to answer. So, with that, hopefully you guys have a nice day, night, or morning. Hopefully your day, night, and morning continues to go well. Hopefully you have a fun October. Try to find something spooky to work on, or just work on what you want to work on. If you're not enjoying working on a painting, it makes it no fun. So, don't work on something you don't want to work on. Don't put a time limit on yourself and make yourself hate it. But you guys have a nice one, and I will have more for you guys.